After that instance, I will never ignore my gut. They ordered a Holter monitor, and then 3 months later, he went into sudden heart failure. It's not their fault per se,
Yeah.
but it was so frustrating and disappointing, and we never heard from that doctor again.
So what you're saying is that doctor should have reached out and said, like, I'm so sorry this happened to you. What could they have done to repair?
This is someone who is out of state, so it's
Okay.
different than an intimate relationship you have with
Got it.
someone you're seeing regularly. But
So
yes,
they might not have even been made aware of this change in status.
possibly. They should have, but yes.
Okay.
The second instance was after my son had his transplant. He was doing great. He was transferred from the cardiac ICU to the regular floor after 4 days, but he wasn't eating much. And in our last talk, we reviewed how patients with mitochondrial disease cannot fast because it can put them at risk for a metabolic crisis. And so he actually asked the team, he was 12 at the time, for a feeding tube because he wasn't feeling great. And he had a feeding tube while he had his LVAD waiting for a transplant. And the team just kind of looked at us funny. It wasn't it was a weekend, so it was ever rounding. And they just kind of looked at us funny and they're like, well, we'll go talk to the on-call doctor. And I really wished I had pushed harder for that because within an hour, he lost the ability to speak again. He had another metabolic stroke. And after that instance, I will never ignore my gut. If I ever have a concern like that, I am going to fight for my kid because he knows what he needs. He knows his body. I mean,
Yeah.
every parent is an expert in their kid. So that's a regret I have on me. But that's one time where we didn't feel listened to at that time. And I'm still a little disappointed.
Yeah.
Five,
5 years later,
yeah.
still a little disappointed.